These clubs need to be boxed up today, or I might not have a house anymore to live in. Morning, y'all. Wow, what a active weekend. All about Tiger when Ricky actually, what was Ricky doing on that last day? Was he 11 under on that last round? Unbelievably good golf. So today's video is going to be a fun one. We've got special guests. Fun special guests. I've had an active weekend on Twitter. It's just been mental with people talking about the Tiger effect. So I've tried to gather some facts, some interesting points, some guests to try and discuss what is Tiger fandom, what is Tiger great at doing, and what we get lost at in this kind of whole Tiger debate as well. So before you watch the end of the video, pause it now, post a comment down below, down there, and on this side I think it is it hit that thumbs up button also. Let me know what you think the effect of Tiger is on golf. Has he grown participation? Has he had fantastic influences on like the money people earn? Just post those comments down below. No rights or wrongs, because no one really knows the answer. It's all just based on some kind of research. My research is really loose as well, just what I could find. Let's hear what you got to say. Today's video is brought to you by golfonline.co.uk. Code down below. Check that code out and hit the link. Go and get 10% off all your golf clubs up until next Monday.
Hello, hello, hello.
Good morning, Ryan from the club. Hello, welcome to the daily vlog. I don't see your video. Oh, he's gone.
There I am.
Yeah, let's connect. There he is. Hello. Ryan from the club. Flash that logo up, Ryan, so everyone can see where you're from. So at the club is the Twitter handle, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
And is that the website as well, .com?
.media, the club.media, Facebook, we're everywhere. Cool. That's not the important thing.
Talking all things golf. So, me and Ryan had what I would call a lovely debate over the weekend. And Ryan knows I like a good chat. So we're talking about Tiger today. And we're going to quickly talk about the fact that you reacted to one of my tweets, which was around the cliche of people saying that Tiger Woods is kind of the main reason why golf is where it's at, or why they watch golf, or why they started golf. And I still believe it is a cliche that's used on social media, where I don't deny he did inspire a lot of people to play, but I think he is part of a much bigger puzzle. When people just break it down to the Tiger effect, it's similar to any of the ball discussions I've done recently, where should the ball be rolled back, and people go yes or no. Well, it's actually not a yes or no answer. It's a bit deeper than that. So, but go on.
I totally agree with you there, and like everything, it's way more nuanced than just yes or no.
Yeah.
And that's whether there was a ball or anything. The thing that got me with, I think the thing that I with you is the cliche, is the saying as a cliche. Immediately I hark back to myself, knowing for me anecdotally it's not a cliche. I played golf because of Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
My friends played golf because of Tiger Woods. Whether that was solely because of him, or he was a huge influence, which I would imagine he was. We would go around with the red Nike shirts on.
Yeah.
You know, when we're 13, like, that is it. That was it. So immediately I thought, well, it's not a complete cliche, and it's not crazy to think. But up from talking to you, which was good, I would say, there's plenty of other influences. I just think Tiger, compared to anyone else that's played the game in the past 25, 30 years, has been a way bigger influence than any other individual. That's what I would get at, I'd say. Yeah,
I mean, not sure if I can dispute that. I mean, I've got some stats which I've shared with you the other day, which I'll share on screen now. So it doesn't show that from the stats that I can see from participation in Europe. So from 1984 up to 2009, there was a steady growth, no peaks around the Tiger, just a steady growth, and then a decline as soon as the financial crisis hit. Where your ideas do stand up from the stats I could find, and I'm happily be challenged by anyone who wants to post comments down below on the stats, because they're if anyone's got any really good stats, share with us. I mean, I'm just going online and trying to find as many numbers as I can. Now, there was steady growth from 1986. I've gone into the future. From 1986 to 1990, there was quite a big growth in golf in America. That's obviously kind of very pre-Tiger.
Yeah.
So to say that he was the big, I mean, there was big growth. It kind of went up almost 5 million people in the US alone. So there are other people and other factors that are obviously in the pot inspiring before we go on to the main factor, which we'll get to in a second.
Yeah.
But there definitely was a bit of a spike around 2000 in America, which is kind of leading back to your point about these people. If you were in America, you would be in that stat as one of those people, and you'd be ticking the Tiger Woods box, I guess.
So the one I talked about was in 97 to 2000, maybe 2002. There's increasing golfers in America, increasing junior golfers in America, increasing girl golfers in America. I think you're completely right in the fact there's going to be growth. There's growth in other lines, largely due to economic reasons.
Yeah, that's my main point. Economics, definitely.
But there's clearly that spike, and I think especially within junior golfers and young golfers at that time. And
you haven't got stats for that, though. That is what your feeling is, isn't it?
No, sorry. I've shown you the stats in the US.
Yeah.
I agree. Maybe in Europe, I haven't seen junior numbers in Europe or the UK from that time. Okay, so this in America, and I would argue in America, there's a kind of a different. It's set up better for young people over there, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If they're enjoying a golf club, it's not so stuffy.
But then that leads on to my point then, and I know what you're saying, and I would definitely agree with that, but then that shows you that it's not just Tiger, doesn't it? It shows you that it's the infrastructure around, because just to give you a little...
Totally. It's a perfect storm of things.
Yeah, which is my whole point, which is why I would call the cliche of the many people on... So my tweet is reflecting what I posted earlier, saying that we need to be careful how much we invest in Tiger Woods, because the golf needs to continue. And then I have lots of people come on and say, yeah, well, that's ridiculous. I only started because of golf. I only play because of Tiger. I only started because of Tiger. I only watched because of Tiger. Which then leads me on to the cliche tweet, because that's not true. The fact they have money in their pocket, and then Tiger showed them what to do with that money, but the money in their pocket was part of the factor to them starting golf, not just Tiger. I've got another interesting couple of facts here as well. This is England. Membership from 2000 to 2008 in the UK, or in England, sorry, England, didn't grow at all during 2000 and 2008. So people didn't join clubs because of Tiger in England.
So in 2008 we're clearly talking, well, we're talking about 2008, 2009, where the recession happened, right?
Yeah, that's where it dips off. Again, the economic thing far impacts anything that we see from any kind of Tiger years.
We're talking about the economic, and I would say that I think the Tiger effect is a cliche, because that is a phrase that is overused. Okay?
Yeah.
So that is a cliche. That is the definition of a cliche.
Yeah. Well, actually, you need to finish that cliche off by you need to say the Tiger effect. And underneath that, you need to write #GrowGolf, and then you've hit the cliche like golden nugget. That's the golden one of cliches.
I hate the phrase grow the game, grow golf, because it doesn't mean anything. I could go on about that forever, but we won't.
Yeah.
We probably don't have enough time.
Yeah, absolutely. But I've got one more little stat for you, Ryan. Thanks for your time today. It's been brilliant to chat. Go and check out the club people on Twitter. Definitely very active on Twitter. I see them tweeting a lot, which is good. So at the club. Passports issued in America. I think this is an interesting stat, and this is how my brain works, because I try to get away from the box as far as possible. Hence, I think people get a bit upset with me online, because I'm not just going, Tiger's brilliant, isn't he? Oh, Tiger's great, isn't he? And at no point am I not saying I don't love watching Tiger, and I think it's great that he's playing. I think it's just great. Yeah. I just worry the way people invest everything in it's all on what he does. But here you go.
I agree.
Passports issued in America from 2000 to 2006, steady growth, peaking in 2007 and then dropping off 2008 and 9 and then starting to grow again in 2012-14. So I would say that Americans getting passports and peaking in 2007 is probably at a guess, but I'd love to be corrected by people who are far cleverer than me. That's got to be, again, reflecting, definitely not Tiger, that unless they're all travelling to watch him, that's reflecting they've got spare money in their pockets, and it's another way for them to use it. They can go on holiday.
Yeah. And that could be a point. That could be a good point. Someone who did statistics, you've got causing and effect, and you've got to prove whether that's a spurious statement or not. It sounds like something that might be true. Yeah. So you'd have to look further into that. It's good that you're even looking for a start. And like I think the thing we can agree on is it's not a yes or no answer. It's a whole lot more nuanced than that. But I guess you prove it with statistics and anecdotal. For me, the Tiger effect, if you call it that, which I hate saying, is a thing from 97 to 2000 with golfers of probably my generation. And nowadays, I don't think it means a lot. It maybe spikes people watching.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it does. I think it totally spikes, but people often make the connection and get confused that people watching means participation. I've seen lots of studies that show it doesn't. If that was the case, if you are someone out there watching who believes that participation is linked to watching golf, then any of you paying for Sky or any lock TV around golf should stop paying and just be outraged now. But I don't see that. It's the massive contradiction. I'm watching the golf. Tiger's brilliant. Oh, he's growing the game. It's going to get loads of views. Well, if you're watching the golf or you're in the UK, you're paying for that, which means it's going out to a much smaller audience than if it was public. So you're contradicting your own point there, if you think about it.
I imagine it depends on the size of the numbers. If you quadruple, or there's a huge amount of new people watching golf. Say back in the 80s when it was on, the Open was on BBC. I would imagine you're getting big viewing figures. I also think with media, it's how they present it as well. If you're presenting it to young people, they're more likely to play. But that's a whole different thing again.
Yeah, absolutely. Good stuff. Brilliant. Thanks for your time, Ryan.
Nice one. No worries.
Just to be clear, have we just had an adult chat?
Yep, I think so. It's better than Twitter, I think.
Good stuff. Thanks for your time.
Nice one. Cheers.
Right, let's get to Dawlish. Got some reviews to do. Nice and calm here at Dawlish today. Let's get out and see what these clubs are all about. So let's be clear in this video. Look, I like Tiger. I love watching him play. I love how good he was and hopefully can be again. I want him playing again. There's no negative, it's only positive. My reaction is more to the way the world interpret what he is and what he can and can't do for golf. So we keep this realistic and actually try and make golf better, actually try and make golf understand what it needs to do to reach the right demographics and the right groups of people and more people. I think what's so evident with this is it's interesting when you say anything about Tiger how angry people can get, and I think that then halts the conversation. It doesn't help it, it hurts it, and at the same time hurts golf, because then we're not allowed to have those kind of conversations we need. Look, maybe it's not all Tiger, or maybe it is all Tiger, so let's turn Spieth into the next Tiger, you know, let's make him more exciting, or let's you know, to portray his media image in a way that's going to help people really latch onto him. If that's what golf needs, we need those superstars. I'm just debating if we need them, their actual effect, and then most importantly, how you will use them, like back in your clubs as members at your committee meetings, and when you got ideas of starting new projects, what might be around golf, you're not building them on this kind of pipe dream.
Morning, bro.
Oh, is this Colin Wilson?
Colin Wilson, or is it Mark Crossfield?
No, and is this Colin, as in, so Twitter handle, there we go everyone, Twitter handle, simply_COL, Carl.
That's the one.
You haven't got your phone with, I'm Mark Crossfield, by the way.
So I was Mark Crossfield.
No, I'm at 4Golf Online and I am Mark Crossfield. Have you got your phone there?
I do.
What, can you send a tweet?
I can.
I want to see if a tweet comes in live. Put at 4Golf Online, I am Colin Wilson. You are my best special guest. This is the most random thing I think I've ever had to have done.
It's just strange. I've entered into a very strange world.
Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me about it. So let's see if that, have you tweeted at me?
Yeah, sweetie.
I am Colin Wilson. There it is, everyone. Well, thanks. I'll let you get back to your work, Colin. And thanks for your time. Thanks for watching. And thanks for being you and not me. Christmas is here, everybody. Rory Anderson in the house, special guest number 3 today. How's it hanging?
Fantastic, how are you?
Yeah, I'm
just been to the dentist.
Yeah. Lovely work, bruh. Lovely work.
I thought that list out, you know.
Yeah. Well, I have some questions for you to finish off my day of talking about what it means for golf that Tiger happened or is going to happen again, those kind of things. And just just to reiterate, Rory obviously is a Tiger Woods massive fan. I'm a fan. I wouldn't say I'm not invested love, but I think he's great and brilliant. But Rory's a proper, like, grew up in the era, love him kind of a guy, aren't you?
Yep.
So my first question.
Go.
And these are tricky. This is going to be funny because I am trying to trip you up.
Do I need to sit down for this?
So, would you have watched the Hero Challenge if Tiger didn't play? Or was never meant to play? Or would you have watched? So, bearing in mind, what did Ricky shoot the last day?
61.
That's very sad, isn't it? That you're saying, and I understand what you're saying, but you're saying that golf, week on, week out, and the celebrities that are in golf just aren't strong enough to get you to watch. So, in some ways, you're saying possibly that golf has a serious issue.
Yep, I would say so. I watch golf based on free time, obviously, and if I'm going to make time for it on weekends, it's going to have to be something pretty big, like the Masters, for instance, or if a player I have like a vested interest in, like you say, Tiger is playing, then that boosts my chances of making time for golf. But yeah, for sure, this week with only 18 players in the field and it being early season and all that kind of stuff, I wouldn't have watched if Tiger wasn't playing. Yeah,
so I think that's the interesting question, and one that people are maybe tripping up on, because I don't think it would have affected. Let's say this event was in the summer and there was a medal that you play every year, you would have just played it regardless if he played or not, I guess.
Yeah.
So watching and participation are very separate things, aren't they? Like
yep.
The biggest problem I see with this whole discussion is people kind of bung them in the same pot. They put them in this, like, as if they're the same thing. And they're so blatantly participation and watching. I mean, the amount of people that watch Wimbledon every year, but the numbers of tennis aren't going up. You know, it's
like when people get into like the Ashes, for instance, when it's being hosted over in the UK. I don't see a load of people running out into the playground to play cricket.
Yeah. Okay, so then really what we're saying then, and I know this, and I've loaded this question up to go this way, because it would go this way with 99% of people who are Tiger fans, I think. TV needs Tiger then, doesn't it?
Yes, 100%.
And then, so golf maybe doesn't need him, but is happy to have him. But TV needs him, and does then TV shove him, and that's not, I don't mean to use that in a bad way, I can't think of a better word, in our faces, which then makes us then go on and believe all the other things that we intertwined into this funny discussion. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, they probably do. I mean, I remember, I can't remember which comeback it was, so obviously this is number 5 or 6 out of however many there are. But there was once where he... Oh, no, it was Torrey Pines, wasn't it, when his glutes weren't activated.
Yeah.
And they were... Instead of showing golf, they were showing him driving down the highway. Yeah,
well, I thought they had stopped the golf, because Tiger had stopped. I thought they had just stopped the golf so he could get his shoes off. Did they not do that? People were still playing, were they?
Yeah, I think there's still a few people out, of course, yeah.
So that's the funny thing that I think people get tricked up as well. They don't... Or that people just don't want to spend the time to look past, is that kind of putting it on telly in front of you doesn't mean that it's great for golf. It just means, I mean, it's great for ratings, but then then that leads us on to not if Tiger is great or not, actually leads on to if ratings are the key to golf or not. That's really what we're saying, because you put Tiger in the 1900, you know, you put him back before the turn of the century, and it doesn't matter how good he was, no one would care now particularly. You would just have a lot of older guys who go, oh, but you remember Tiger Woods, he'd be one of those ones. So it's again, it's like, it's the aligning of many moons. It's a bit Thor-like, isn't it? It's a bit Marvel-like.
Yeah.
Maybe he is Thor.
Yeah, you never...
Is Tiger Woods great?
Yeah.
Do you love Tiger Woods?
Yeah.
Do you think Tiger Woods is the founder of YouTube?
Yes.
Thank you. There we go, thanks for watching. That's a long one today, and there's loads of points that I've not really got onto, but let's hear what you've got to say. Come on, hit that comment section up down below. Hit the thumbs up button. As always, let's remember, I love Tiger. I don't think it's a negative that he gets people watching. I think it's only a positive. I think we need to be careful how we use it and make sure we're focusing on the bigger picture, which is pushing golf forwards and not putting all our eggs maybe in one basket, which is the Tiger basket. It's a lovely basket. Golf needs to continue, and we want it to grow even when Tiger's not there, regardless if he's having an effect or not. Hit that comment section up as always. Remember, you got the code down there, DEC17 clubs. Hit that link down below. You get 10% off all golf clubs. You're getting a golf club for Christmas. You want one, give that code to your loved one. Till next Monday, use that code, save the money. See you tomorrow.